Am I on the air?
Do I have everybody's attention now? Do I have everybody's attention now?
Don, I got you.
Do I have everybody's
Sunday
attention
night.
now?
You put them cameras on me, then you must be willing to get that heart touch. This a must-see feeling. The news ain't good, then it must be villain. So I say a tag grounded, I don't trust these ceilings. Spread across your nose, and I'm on your ear. Highest necks on the cloud. Hammer in the air, Sunday nights, prime time. I flex mine better, Voltron transform to DX Don. Mega and off-scene. You probably think I'm nice, cause I flow like a stream to your wireless device. And the smoke, all the steam on any given night. I'll short like a piece of any given slice. And for the latest and what is best about I tune in and tune the rest out, Don. You gotta tell them, am I in the clear? Is this thing on? Am I on the air? On the air.
Well, what is going down, everybody? Welcome to another brand new edition of Am I on the Air? I'm your host, Don Mega, and I welcome you to the show tonight. It is Season 19, Episode 8, and tonight's show is titled Shutdown The Island. That's right, we will be reviewing 21 Bridges here tonight, and I'm going to talk a little Titan Season 2, just non-spoilers, so don't you worry about that. It is Tuesday, December the 3rd, and we're broadcasting live here from the Cottonwood, Arizona Best Western Studios. That's right, everybody. We are on the road once again for another new episode of Am I on the Air, broadcasting live via satellite right here to talk about all the latest and greatest when it comes to movie news, TV news, reviews, trailers, the whole nine. That's what you come here for. It's Am I on the Air? Okay, with that all being said, intro out the way, let's jump right into it. I think it's going to be a pretty short show today because last week was Thanksgiving, and I hope you all had an amazing Thanksgiving. I sure did. Very thankful for a lot of things in my life. But, you know, because of Thanksgiving ending last week and Black Friday and the weekend and Cyber Monday, there was zero to no news over the last couple days. I mean, very, very slim pickings. So news started to pick back up today. That's why I actually held off from doing the show yesterday. I normally like to do it on a Monday, but there was literally no news whatsoever. And I'm like, man, this show's going to be like 15 minutes. So I tried to wait another day, get some extra news out, and here we are. So let's jump right into it, and let's talk our movie review of the week, which is 21 Bridges. So 21 Bridges actually came out last week, and I didn't get a chance to see it because I went to that early screening of Knives Out. So I was really excited last week's episode to talk about Knives Out, which is funny because that's the big release this week. So kind of backwards here, but because I saw Knives Out, I didn't get a chance to see 21 Bridges. So kind of did it in reverse and went and checked that one out over the weekend. This is the new movie starring Chadwick Boseman, you know, Black Panther, T'Challa himself, even produced by the Russo brothers who directed Infinity War and Endgame and on the Captain America movies. So I was very excited to see this movie. It was originally supposed to come out in September, and then it got pushed back to November. And, you know, they said it was just a better place for it. So I didn't really think too much of a little bit of pushback like that. And, you know, the trailers were intriguing. I liked the cast, you know. Chadwick is always cool, but there was a lot of little sub things like J.K. Simmons and Taylor Kitsch, you know, stuff like that. So I was like, cool. Well, at the end of the day, this movie is just really okay. I mean, it's better than okay, but I teeter on that okay to good kind of scale. And the main reason why is the predictability for this movie. This movie is so goddamn predictable. I mean, from the second it begins to the second it ends, I just was sitting in the theater thinking, I've seen this before. And not only have I seen this before, but I've seen it before a lot. and I think I've seen it before better than what this movie's giving me. I mean, non-spoilerish, I'll tell you. I mean, the basic plot of the movie is that Taylor Kitsch and his buddy are breaking into this place to steal some drugs. And, there's a whole bunch of it in this place, and it ends up being a shootout, and these cops get killed, so they shut down the island, which is Manhattan, so they can find these guys. And it's a cop thriller, but I really don't want to spoil anything, but basically just take my word for it. You know where this movie is going from pretty much the minute it begins. Like I said, to the minute it ends, you're just like, yep, that's exactly what I thought this was going to be. So it took away some of that fun value for me, This is a movie that I would buy on digital if it was on sale in 4K for like under $10. It was a decent watch. It's not a bad movie. It's just so damn predictable. And I mean, really, that's it. That's all I can really say about it. So at the end of the day, I settled on 21 Bridges being 3 out of 5 stars. It was good, and that's about that. So there you go, man. Good luck on your next role, Chadwick, and I hope the Russos pick some better stuff to produce. I know they didn't direct it, but, hey, they put their big name on it, and this was the immediate movie following Endgame, so pick your projects better, fellas. All right, that's our big movie review of the week. I did want to touch upon Titans Season 2, which streams on the DC Universe app, the streaming service DC Universe. This is the second season of Titans, and I really like Season 1. Season 2 was great. I do think Season 2 was a big step up from where we began in Season 1. I do still have some gripes about it, but at the end of the day, we finally got Nightwing, which was all I've been waiting for the entire damn season. And I'm not going to say that that's a spoiler because the episode title of the last episode of the season is technically called Nightwing, so there you go. So that's the only reason I'm saying it up front. It was nice to see the Titans together. I am very excited for where Season 3 is going to take us, and I hope to see a very well-oiled kind of unit as we move into Season 3, because what I hate about Titans is it's all over the place. There's so many characters, and there's so many subplot lines that the thing kind of bounces around a lot, and you don't get a lot of what you kind of are hoping that the show would be. So there's still fun episodes, and they still give you a lot, but at the end of the day, there could be more unity to the show, and I hope that that's what Season 3 is going to finally bring us. But well worth it. I love it. I'm excited Season 3 is coming later in 2020, and I'm all about it. So there you go. Just a quick non-spoiler review for Titans Season 2, which did just have its season finale this past Friday. Also, something that comes out every Friday is The Mandalorian, and I just want to say for the record, this show is fantastic. I know I was very rocky on the first episode. I was like, yeah, it's just okay. But this show every week since then, episode 2, 3, and 4, have been phenomenal. I've really, really enjoyed the show. And of course, Baby Yoda. Oh my God, so awesome. The show has really become the Baby Yoda show featuring The Mandalorian. So, they just announced his toys today, and I'm definitely going to buy the plush doll for my daughter. The unfortunate thing is that even if you pre-order today, the thing doesn't come out till April, which really sucks, man. They definitely missed the boat on a lot of money for Christmas. That's for damn sure. Okay, let's get back and switch gears. Let's move into our news of the last week or so. And like I said, there's not a ton of it to get through, but we'll talk about it. Martin Scorsese is directing a 1970s music documentary. Okay. Mystery Science Theater 3000 has been canceled by Netflix. Elizabeth Banks is set to direct and star in Universal's Invisible Woman. And as the sounds of it, this is not directly linked or associated with the Invisible Man movie that's actually coming next year as well. Downton Abbey. This movie came out and actually made a crap ton of money. I was very, very shocked. I was like, nobody's going to go watch this damn movie. And a lot of people did. So guess what? Downton Abbey movie sequel is in the works. That's right. Of course it is, because it made a lot of money. The Fugitive, yes, we're rebooting it. That's right. Albert Hughes will direct The Fugitive for Warner Brothers, which will be a remake of the 1993 action film based on the 1963 television series. So we are getting a new one there. Congratulations to the new video game Jedi Fallen Order Star Wars. It has become the fastest selling digital launch for a Star Wars game ever. So congratulations there. I'll definitely pick it up when it goes on sale. Mamie Gummer is joining Patrick J. Adams in Nat Geo's The Right Stuff. HBO is looking to finally premiere Jude Law's The New Pope. It is coming very soon, so I know a lot of people have been waiting on that one. Brooklyn Nine-Nine's Joe Lo Truglio has just been cast as Jeff Sessions for the James Comey miniseries. He's going to be perfect for that role. Disney Channel's The Proud Family is going to be returning with new episodes on Disney Plus in 2020. Black Lightning, yes, he will be in the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover this year for the first time ever. And the Crisis on Infinite Earths boss, Mark Guggenheim, says that adding Black Lightning's Cress Williams elevated the crossover to another level. So supposedly he has a very significant role in the crossover, and that makes me very excited because I've been waiting to see Black Lightning hook up with the rest of these superheroes, man. He's always off on his own little distant world, and I'm glad that they're moving things together. Call of Duty's Modern Warfare Season 1 will begin today, December 3rd, 2019, and brings the largest free content drop in all of Call of Duty history. That's right. Pretty fantastic right there. That Call of Duty is doing that. No season pass this year. Everything is free. And man, as somebody myself who buys the season pass every year, pretty cool on them to do something like this. So get that season 1 drop today. All right, let's see what else we got here. Andy Samberg, yes. Last week we talked a lot about Quibi, right? The short form kind of series that's coming, another streaming thing. Well, Andy Samberg is set to host a Quibi cooking competition series. All right, Andy, do your thing, son. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is tracking for a $200 million opening. There was a script, speaking of Rise of Skywalker, that was found on eBay, and it was legit. Luckily, Lucasfilm was able to find it and get it back. It turns out it was John Boyega's script, which he left in his hotel room under his bed, and somebody found it, and they threw it up on eBay. So pretty crazy that the actual script was posted. So John Boyega in some hot water over that one, but I think he'll be all right. Keep track of your stuff. Tenet, which is the new Christopher Nolan movie coming out later next year. Christopher Nolan's prologue for Tenet is going to be arriving in IMAX theaters. That's right. It's got a PG-13 rating for violence, but they're going to release a prologue for Christopher Nolan's Tenet. I don't have an exact release date for it, but it will be on IMAX screens. The Irishman is now streaming on Netflix, so I know a lot of people have been waiting for that movie to drop. It dropped on the 27th of November, so you can watch that right now, all 3.5 hours of it, which I hear from a lot of people. Some people say it's the best movie of the year, and then I hear a lot of people say, man, it's boring, and that it does not need to be 3.5 hours long. I don't even know if I'm going to sit through this movie, man. It does look boring to me. Who knows? Maybe one day, but geez. We got a pretty cool article up with Edward Furlong talking about the John Connor role in Terminator Dark Fate, so check that out. It's an interesting read. Scarlett Johansson says that she didn't want Black Widow to be an origin tale. She wanted to tell a different type of story, so very cool. I think that was a good move on her behalf. The Black Christmas director calls the remake a fiercely feminist film, and that'll be coming out here in the next couple weeks, actually. The Facts of Life cast is reunited for a Lifetime TV movie called You Light Up My Christmas, so check out the trailer for that. There's a lot of stuff going on about America's Got Talent. We talked, I think, on last week's episode about Gabriel Union and Julian Huff being fired and leaving the show. Now Gabriel Union's actually coming out and complaining about racism and a lot of other things. And now the people behind America's Got Talent are doing a full-blown investigation to see what's going on. Pretty crazy, man, to hear, because, I love this show, and I really hope that there isn't some crazy behind-the-scenes thing. I don't think Simon Cowell would go for that, but we'll see what ends up happening with all of this. But I do know that NBC has moved into a full-blown investigation on this. Let's see here. Sorry, looking through some stuff. Congratulations to Queen and Slim, which debuted over the weekend. It overperformed in its debut, bringing in $15.8 million. Frozen 2 continuing to break box office records over the weekend as well. Rian Johnson's star-studded whodunit, of course, Knives Out, was another huge Thanksgiving winner, grossing $41.7 million for its 5-day debut, nearly doubling expectations. They only expected that movie to make around 20, and it made almost $42 million, so that's pretty damn awesome. So congratulations to Knives Out. I told you it was a really good film. I previewed it a week ago. The first trailer for the new James Bond movie, No Time to Die, is releasing on Wednesday. So tomorrow it will drop. Make sure you check out all our social media to see it. Facebook, Twitter. It'll be up as soon as it drops on our social media. So make sure you follow along there for that. This morning, I woke up and I was very happy to see the first teaser trailer for Black Widow. That's right, Black Widow dropped its first trailer this morning and hits theaters May 1st, 2020. Scarlett Johansson back. And for those of you wondering, but she died, how is she back? This is a prequel movie, but not an origin movie. This takes place actually after Civil War and before Infinity War. So kind of in that patch there in the middle. I got to tell you, the trailer was pretty fantastic. I love the music. I love the espionage look. This looks like a Winter Soldier type of movie. It looks very dark, gritty, and not like your normal type of Marvel film. So check out the trailer. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I'm looking forward to this way more than I thought I was after seeing this trailer. So check it out. Star Wars is going to actually have an immersive resort called Galactic Star Cruiser, which is basically going to be like you're inside a Star Cruiser. The Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser Immersive Resort is set to open at Walt Disney World in 2021. Pretty cool there. Also, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will open at Walt Disney World on March 4th, 2020 in Hollywood Studios. Joker's finally got a release date. It is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD, and of course, digital. Way earlier on digital, so this makes me very happy as somebody who buys digitally. I can get the digital on December 17th, so only a couple weeks away. If you're waiting for the disc, you got to wait till next year for January 7th to actually buy the disc. But if you get digital, like I said, December 17th, that should be the way you go about it. Can't wait to watch Joker again. Carl Weathers is teasing the return of his Grief Karga character in The Mandalorian for Season 2. It looks like we're going to continue the Planet of the Apes. That's right, Planet of the Apes was a Fox franchise, and after it got purchased by Disney, no one knew what was going to happen anymore. Well, now Disney has hired the Maze Runner director, Wes Ball, to direct the film. So sorry, friggins, because Wes Ball was going to direct The Mouse Guard, which was a stupid little movie that he was going to do, and then Disney was like, oh no, you're not doing that stupid little movie. Let's cancel that, and we'll let you do something really cool like Planet of the Apes. So, I got to give my boy friggin' some grief here. But yes, as of this time, we don't know if the movie is going to actually be a sequel to the Andy Serkis trilogy, or if he's doing something completely different. The rumor is that it will take place in the same world that was built by the Matt Reeves trilogy with Andy Serkis. But at this point, because of the buyout from Disney, we're not sure what direction they're going to go in. So all we know is that Wes Ball is attached to helm a new Planet of the Apes film. So we'll see where it goes. I love the Matt Reeves, Andy Serkis trilogy. I think it's one of the best trilogies ever made. Caesar is the best. So I hope that they continue in that world, but we'll have to wait and see. AMC is developing a series adaptation of Jeff Vandermeer's novel Born. Lorne Michaels has a new Quibi series coming called Murder Mystery. That's right. Maya Rudolph will be involved in that. We have the trailer, the final trailer for Crisis on Infinite Earths. I watched this trailer like 4 times today. It's so damn good. It's a movie, man. This is going to be a 5-part crossover that's 5 hours to tell us the Crisis story, and I love, love, love this trailer. Crisis on Infinite Earths starts this Sunday with the Supergirl episode. I'm super, super stoked. Make sure you tune in and check it out. I'm a little bummed about this news because an article came out today talking about actor David Corenswet. Corenswet? I don't even know who this dude is, but David Corenswet. He is supposedly rumored to be the front runner to replace Henry Cavill as Superman for DC and Warner Brothers. What makes me mad about this is I believe it was just our last episode when I talked about Henry Cavill saying that he's not going anywhere, that he's still Superman, and he's still got a lot of stories to tell, and he's very happy to tell them. And then a week later, some dude pops up saying that he's the front runner to be Superman? What? WTF, Warner Brothers? I don't know who this guy is. All I'll say is looking at his picture, I definitely see Superman. He does look like he'd be a good Superman. Just based on the picture of the dude. He looks like I can see him in the suit and I'd be like, okay, he could do it. But as a Henry Cavill fan who loves everything he's done as Superman and really wants him to have a true sequel, I don't want them to replace him. I don't understand why Warner Brothers would want to replace Henry Cavill if he's still adamant to play the role. It doesn't make any sense. They still have Gal Gadot being Wonder Woman. They still have Jason Momoa being Aquaman. They still want Ezra Miller to play the Flash. So if you're still going to continue with a lot of these Justice League guys to do more movies, why would Henry Cavill not continue? You know, I get Ben Affleck being out, but it doesn't make any sense if Henry Cavill still wants to do it. So I don't know. These are all rumors at this point. Tomorrow I could wake up and it says Henry Cavill signed for Man of Steel 2, directed by Martin Scorsese. I don't know, right? We don't know. But it's a little daunting to hear him say he's still got the cape in his closet and he still wants to be Superman, and then to see a picture of a dude saying that he's the front runner to replace Henry Cavill. So we will see where it goes. This is shocking news to me. I know that supposedly there's been pitches from J.J. Abrams and Michael B. Jordan and all these people pitching to Warner Brothers about new Superman stories. What they do, I don't know. But WB, DC, just keep Henry Cavill. Let him be Superman. He is my Superman. Okay, I got to move on. Adventure Time creators developing a new animated series called Catbug. Okay, we got some new No Time to Die character posters that you could check out for the new Bond movie since the trailer drops tomorrow. M. Night Shyamalan is teasing his next 2 original thriller films for Universal Pictures, and he might even be working on a potential third. His show Servant is now streaming on Apple TV+, and that was already renewed for a 2nd season as well, so congratulations to him on that. Steven Alaric is joining the G.I. Joe spinoff Snake Eyes. Ghostbusters 2020, right? We've been calling it that for a long time. Well, now we have an official title for the movie, and it's called Ghostbusters Afterlife. And we do know that a trailer is going to debut sometime this week. I don't have an exact day or time or anything like that. All we've been told is that it will debut this week. So look for that Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer. You know we'll be popping it to you as soon as it drops. Rian Johnson says that he would love to direct a Mandalorian episode for season 2, and I'm sure they would let him. Netflix's Clickbait has cast Zoe Kazan, Betty Gabriel, and Adrian Grenier to its cast. A WeWork drama is in the works at Blumhouse and Universal. Baby Yoda toys come in, like I said, Funko Pops, plush dolls. You just gotta wait till April to get it. Speaking of Star Wars, they got a new show called Jedi Temple Challenge. That's right, it's a game show that's actually coming to Disney Plus in 2020. And it's going to be hosted by the dude who did Jar Jar Binks. That's right. Misa love to do a challenge. Misa love Disney Plus. So yes, that guy is going to host the Star Wars Jedi Temple Challenge. Come to Disney Plus in 2020. Schooled is a pretty cool show that I do love, and it's a spinoff from the Goldbergs. Their showrunner is actually out. That's right, but ABC has ordered a full season, while 2 new showrunners are coming on board, and they've ordered some additional season 2 episodes to round out the season. So glad to see that that's sticking around. Speaking of Titans, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Well, Titans season 3, Damaris Lewis has been promoted to series regular, as she is going to be the big baddie for next season, playing Blackfire. That's right, Starfire's sister is coming, and Damaris Lewis will be playing Blackfire in a full-time role. Tracy Morgan is going to be bringing a new comedy special to the new HBO Max streaming service, so very cool there. TBS has renewed the comedic game show, The Misery Index, hosted by Jamila Jamil from The Good Place. I love her, and what I love about this show, because I actually do watch The Misery Index, is that she's also got co-host on the show, which is the Impractical Jokers. That's right, the Impractical Jokers, the Tenderloins. I love Impractical Jokers. These 4 guys are incredible, and they are what brings the show. It's what makes me spend 20 minutes watching it, because it's just an okay game show, but having the Impractical Jokers on there make it a must-watch. So, totally love it. Glad it's coming back for a second season. Sorry about that. And lastly, Kristen Chenoweth. That's right. She will star and executive produce a new comedy series called The Biggest Star in Appleton, which is also going to be coming to Disney Plus. So good to see that coming as Disney Plus continues to ramp up its roster. So that's all the news that I have. I told you it was going to be a short show, man. We're 25 minutes in, and I was kind of taking my time with the news. I wasn't blaring through as fast as I normally do. I told you it was going to be a short one. There was not a lot of news because of Thanksgiving. So let's switch gears and get into our release dates and everything. On Blu-ray and DVD today is Ready or Not and The Goldfinch. Ready or Not, I actually picked up a couple weeks ago on Vudu on digital. It's a fun movie, man, so give it a whirl if you haven't seen it. In theaters this Friday is Nothing I Will Go See, but it's a movie called A Million Little Pieces and another movie called Marriage Story. So not much coming out in the theaters this weekend. I think we'll see Frozen 2 and Knives Out continue to dominate. Here's your weekend box office as of Sunday. Number 10 is Last Christmas with 1.99 mil. Number 9 is Joker with 2 million. Number 8 is Midway with 4 million. Number 7 is Playing with Fire with 4.2 mil. Number 6 is 21 Bridges with 5.8. Number 5 is Queen and Slim with 11.7. Number 4 is A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood with 11.8. Number 3 is Ford v Ferrari with 13.2. Number 2 is Knives Out with 27 million. And number 1, for the second week in a row, it's Frozen 2 with $85.3 million. Hot damn. Congratulations to Frozen, which I believe worldwide has already made over close to $800 million worldwide in just 2 weeks. Insane. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's your box office. That's your release dates. I don't think I'm going to go to the theater this weekend for the first time in a long time. The only thing that I might do is I might actually go see Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes. They are coming to my town this Friday to do a private screening of Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, which I really, really want to see. And then afterwards, Kevin Smith himself with Jason Mewes, Jay and Silent Bob themselves, are going to do a Q&A and kind of talk to the audience. They've been doing a road show across America, and they're doing 2 shows here in Arizona on Friday night. And the first show is sold out, but the second show is not. So I'm thinking I might go. It's $50 though. And I'm like, ooh, that's a lot to pay for a cheapy movie like that. But Kevin Smith is great to see live. I saw him at Comic-Con years ago, and he's just such a good storyteller, and I love seeing him live, so it would be something cool to go see. So I've reached out to my brother-in-law, and I'm seeing if he wants to go. He told me let's sleep on it, and we'll see. So I'm waiting to hear back from him. If he's down, then that's what I'll go do this week, and we'll talk how Jay and Silent Bob Reboot was on the next episode. But if he doesn't want to go, I guess I won't have a new movie to talk about next week because there is nothing else coming to the theaters. So it is what it is. It happens sometimes. There's not always going to be a winner at the movie theaters. So thank you, everybody, for listening, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in for this new episode of Am I on the Air? Let's do some shout-outs and blast that social media love. So, of course, our website is amiontheair.com. Like us on Facebook at facebook.com/amiontheair. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at Am I on the Air. Follow me on Twitter directly at DXDonMega. You can follow me on Stardust. It's just go to Stardust, download the app, and follow me simply at Don Mega, DONMEGA. Stardust is an amazing app. If you love this show, you're going to love the Stardust app for sure. You can subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. Please give us 5 stars, rate us high. It'll help spread the love. If Apple Podcast ain't your thing, don't you worry. We got you covered on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Play Podcast. We're all over the interwebs. We're on YouTube. We're on Instagram. Just search Am I on the Air? And, of course, our great affiliates at reddragonsradio.com. That's reddragonsradio.com. Follow on Twitter at the same, Red Dragons Radio. Okay, that'll do it for me on this Tuesday, December the 3rd, right here via satellite, Cottonwood, Arizona, baby, Best Western, traveling for work, getting it done, providing you the best of the best. So I hope you all have a great week. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until next time, y'all, peace!
Bye, everybody. Red Dragons! Red Dragons!